you make an excellent point, but you do bring in another safety defensive back that can play the nickel. If there is anything that's going on where you have to pull a Debo out or move him around, you have the defensive backfield to do that, so it does give more of an option for them. It creates depth, and you need that. And then special teams too, Joe. They can run down on special teams as well. Yeah. Well, look, y'all make sure y'all run on down here to Uptown Sports Social, 3218 Magazine Street. We're going to be here all night, baby. Remember, the Pels come on for 7:30, so part of this is going to turn into a little bit of play-by-play color commentary. I will say this. When we come back, we're going to stick with the draft, see more what the Saints did, but it was a historical weekend for the quarterbacks being drafted. Yeah. Very historical. We'll talk about it when we come back here on ESPN New Orleans. Hello, somebody.
Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gonna need somebody. Hello. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, you gonna be somebody. You never know when you gonna need somebody. From LA to LA, they yelling hello, fade. Big dog, smooth cat with some mellow ways. In the 10th grade, I used to rock the mellow braids. Private school at the time, they wanted us with fades. Then big dog went to West Jeff. Marshall step, big with the pep step.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Big Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you.
We back, baby, and we back. It's Uptown Sports Social, and we back. Come on. Yeah, it's Inside the Trenches. I'm your host, Marlon Big Favorite. Joining me right now, I have the greatest co-host in the land, baby. We have Joe Picolo and CL Nola representing DJ Tune on the ones and twos, representing, man, getting us hype here on this Monday as we're getting ready for the Pelicans game. And later on in hour two, we'll break down the Pels matchup, and hopefully this isn't the last one. The Saints has had some jewels in previous drafts. Marcus Colson came from the 7th round. Michael Thomas, second round, CL?
Yes, sir.
Second round. Alvin Kamara, 4th round.
Yes, sir.
They've had some jewels. This year was historical for the NFL. This is the first time in common era of drafting that the NFL draft went 138 picks before their next quarterback. Bo Nix was 12th to the Denver Broncos. Good move by Sean Payton. I think that'll be a good fit.
Coach got his guy.
He got his guy,
Yep.
CL, 100%, Joe. But the Saints got their guy, too, for the future, and Spencer Rattler at pick 150 in the 5th round.
Rattler.
Insane. Joe, I'm going to come to you first. We've never seen, ever, this type of talent. And Spencer Rattler, in my opinion, humble opinion, is a late 1st round, early 2nd round talent. Mm-hmm. He could have easily, he had some issues, attitude issues here and there, but, this is a guy that was competing with Caleb Williams at Oklahoma.
Absolutely. And what's terrible is that this is a gentleman who was literally looked at in his career at Oklahoma as being a 1st round draft pick. But then because of a TV show that he did in his younger years, that's literally what every team talked about when they brought up Spencer. They said, well, what about this TV show? Because when you do watch the clips of the TV show, it does not show him in a good light. But even though that South Carolina coaches were telling the NFL people that no, he's matured, his demeanor has changed, but that just didn't change the case. So I'm really excited about this. I really think that these teams are going to regret once they start seeing Spencer doing his thing.
Now, check this out. Spencer Rattler was invited to the Senior Bowl, and he was the most valuable player there.
Yeah. It's. I don't know if it's more hilarious or more of a blessing. First of all, you don't find this type of arm talent in the 5th round of the draft.
You just don't.
For decades, I've been explaining to people that there's not enough quarterbacks, so supply and need. Guys that don't deserve to be in the top 20 picks in this draft will be drafted, like a J.J. McCarthy, in my opinion, like a Drake May, in my opinion. But we will see, and I think that's the problem, that we know that the NFL draft is not an exact science.
No.
There's a lot of more guys drafted in the later rounds. Obviously, we all know that Tom Brady went in the 6th round. But there's guys that are more successful in the later rounds in this league than there are in the 1st round in the NFL. And I believe that the New Orleans Saints got a steal.
I 100% agree. This is a guy who is going into this NFL Saints, and he's not having to worry about it because we have made it abundantly clear that the quarterback that we have chosen is going to be there for the next couple of years. So he has plenty of time to develop and to make himself better and to learn under him. And so when you see this kind of dude, and when you watch him in the draft, not the draft, what was it?
Not the Senior Bowl, huh?
In the Senior Bowl,
okay.
But also, too, in the Combine. This dude was out-throwing receivers. And, he did way better. Honestly, at first I was thinking, man, I wish that the Saints would have picked up Michael Pratt. But when you actually looked at stats, dude, he did way better than Michael Pratt. Yeah. Way better.
Well, and this is the thing, Joe. People, we're prisoners of the moment, right? We know of him as a game guy. Well, obviously, let's say the masses know him as a game guy, but a lot of people know him from Oklahoma. Yep. At the end of the day, no matter where you know him from, this guy had a 68 percentile completion percentage in two different universities, 10,000 yards and 77 touchdowns. You don't get this kind of talent in the later rounds.
And let's be honest, though. Honestly, it was a good thing that he didn't go to he didn't stay at Oklahoma because he would have ended up just going to the Pittsburgh anyway.
Right.
Yeah,
I got you.
Eventually.
Well, check this out. The Saints kept it rolling in the 5th round. I thought they did an excellent job the entire 5th round. Bud Means, right out of Pitt, spent a little time as a defensive back as Alontae Taylor's teammate at Tennessee. Big time pick for the Saints. He comes in with all ACC honors, crafty receiver, had a lot of yards. The Saints get him at pick 170. Joe, now I thought in the 5th round they was going to go with Jerry Rice, son, which the Chargers ended up picking him up in I think the 6th or 7th round. I thought they was going to go with Braden Rice. But do you like Means coming through?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, 4.4 in the 40-yard, 39-inch vertical, 41 receptions, 720 yards, 6 touchdowns. I mean, the dude has the ability. He has amazing stats. He's incredibly quick. So he has that ability to break off of those cornerbacks. And if the cornerbacks are not paying attention, he will burn them.
See, he comes into a wide receiver room that now has, 2 veterans in it. You have young veterans in Rashid Shaheed and I was about to say Alontae Taylor, but I wanted to say Chris Olave. Right. He goes into a mature, should I say, wide receiver room. Do we see him this season, or you think this young man will need another year to develop?
Well, I think it's up, man, because right now, if I was to say, as your GM, if I was to say, who is my third wide receiver, I just wouldn't automatically give it to A.T. Perry. I think that bringing in Eniquas, St. Brown, bringing in Wilson, obviously now we have Bub Mims, and even if I even said your fourth wide receiver, I couldn't give it to you right now, today, whatever today's date is, right? So I think I've always stressed competition at every position, and I think we do have. I mean, this is in latter years we've had a lot of wide receivers that I would say didn't compete, to the highest level, but we still kept them on. And this year we have competition at the position. I believe the best players will play.
I mean, to be honest, look at the depth chart of New Orleans. We typically carry, looks like 8 wide receivers, and I mean, CL probably only named about 3 to 4. So when you have a gentleman like this who has the skill, who has the speed, and who's the young talent, I mean, I can definitely see him make the team and using that time to develop. And just like CL pointed out, there's no guarantee these are our starting 4 right here. When you name it, the only 2 people you can really name is Chris Olave.
I thought the Saints kept it rolling too in the 5th round, having 5 picks later and Jalen Ford being there. A smart middle linebacker. He made all the calls for Texas. Texas competed at a very high level in that first game against Alabama and continued to make their way to the college football playoffs. So here's a young man who's already accustomed to winning and doing those things. CL, you're okay, or do you love the pick?
I think we see the future. I think the future is a lot closer than I think New Orleans. We're a little extra emotional. We're a little hold on a little longer. But I see the future at linebacker in a Billy Gay, in a Mr. Ford. Sooner than later. Man of God is getting up there in time.
Yep.
Pete has got some injuries the last few years, and we needed to get more athletic. We needed to get more speed at the linebacker position, and I'm impressed that the Saints were able to get this young man with speed.
Joe, we're going to go through a couple of more picks. In the 6th round, I thought that they did a good job with Christian Boyd.
Oh, yeah.
They got him at 199 out of the University of Northern Iowa. Man, young man hit the reps, 38 reps on the bench. Adds more depth to that's crazy, right? Adds more depth to the Saints' D-line, huh?
Absolutely. He is what we call a run breakup tackle. He is going to, have you watched some of his video?
Oh, yeah.
And dude, busting up that line.
Up and down the line of scrimmage, creating a new line of scrimmage, using that low center of gravity to his advantage.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I see it all in what he was able to do.
What I'm worried about the most is obviously to see him adapt is having those, not as long of arms as you would want to typically see in a tackle. So we're going to have to see how he adapts. But when it comes down to, I could see him being in that moment when the opposing team is right on to score a touchdown, putting that sucker in, or maybe they're trying to get a first down on a 3rd down, and him busting up that run.
So next to Brazil,
yeah,
that's all I'm envisioning right now, because we've seen what Brian Brazil can do in the interior of the line, how he has quick hands and how he can get inside that guard center. This guy seems to have a motor. I can't wait to see him come to camp because once again, constant competition and position is what we need in New Orleans.
So the Saints were just rolling and rolling and rolling, making every pick relevant, having some type of theme. This theme seemed to be, let me get some young guys in that can contribute. I'm going to go get them early on in the first round, and then some guys on the back end that I can continue to develop and get better. And their 7th round pick, offensive tackle out of Eastern Kentucky, Hosea Israel. I think I said it, Israel. Yep. Josiah. I said Hosea. Josiah. Good job. Shouts out to Joe. Josiah Irizum. I can't get his name right perfectly the way I wanted to, but I did watch his film. This kid is charismatic. I saw him being interviewed with just a bubbly person, brings that type of energy to the locker room, guys. 30 seconds real quick. Joel, I'll come to you first. Eastram, what's your thoughts on him?
2 words. Future talent. John Benton is going to train him up and get him where he needs to be because obviously he transferred over being that, so I can see him being that future talent.
It's a part of the plan, fortifying the offensive line. I'm happy to see it take place in real time.
Well, I'm loving to see that this place is starting to get some more bodies in real time. Y'all make sure y'all make y'all way on down here. We have those dollar wings rolling, baby. And we're going to continue with the draft. The Saints did some things in free agency. You know we got to talk about the Tigers drafted as well, so we're going to spend a little bit of time of that. And we want to thank Small Sliders, baby. That's right, 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. Y'all make your way on down to Small Sliders. This Friday we'll be there from 11:30 to 1:30 p.m. It's Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans, 100.3 FM, baby.
Big dog, big as a gorilla. West Bank, man, I grew up by that villa. You either ball or you basic or racist. Big fade, man, I made it in them trenches. It was either ball or A school, go hard or break rules. West side of town.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car, or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You can do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Big Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake.
There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. And let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy. I'm hyped for this Pels game. I'm going to feel very optimistic right now. I really do. It's Inside the Trenches. It's your host, Marlon, Big Favorite, right, baby? Joining me right now, I got Joel and the Big Easy and CL Nola, some of the best co-hosts you can ask for. And bringing us in on the ones and tunes is DJ Tune, baby, representing here. Streaming live on New Orleans Talk Network, too. Now, if y'all want to go home and y'all want to watch us, when you're getting out the car, it's cool. Make sure you go to New Orleans Talk Network. We're streaming live right now. But if I'm you, I'm coming listening to us live because right now the wings are hitting. Yeah, I definitely went and took a dive at the wings. I said, man, them neck and wings are a little crispier today. Boy, I ain't going to lie to you. No doubt, no doubt. And look, if you need a ride here, tomorrow you can catch your little Uber to 1512 North Causeway Boulevard and holler at my man Alberto at Montero Motors. Like, no lie, he'll get you in the whip tomorrow. Right. So next Monday you could drive here, you know, after 6, the parking is pretty much cool in the city, and y'all can come hang out with us, enjoy these dollar wings for sure. That's Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway Boulevard in Metairie, Louisiana. Fellas, it's not over. We still have to talk about the Saints' undrafted free agents, and we still have to talk about the LSU Tigers that's drafted and some of their guys that went undrafted as well. I want to start with how free agency is super important, guys. Undrafted, bringing in the right rookie free agents. We've seen guys like Pierre Thomas shine in those situations. We've seen folks like my brother, or our brother in the broadcasting business, Ryan Clark, flourish as an undrafted free agent. So these guys do shine. So I asked my co-host during the break to start thinking about some of the players, in y'all opinion, that'll be breakout players for the Saints that were undrafted free agents. The first name that popped up for me was Darlin Hooker, tight end out of Colorado State. For me, I saw him shine 2 times that really stuck out. When Colorado State played Colorado, he made some big-time plays in that game. I'm talking about, I thought this kid was going at least as a mid-rounder. He slips down to free agency. He was famous at the combine. He had caught one of the balls, and then it was like,
I think we all saw that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, he's a Saint now, and I think I'll go to you first, CL, because Joe been quarterback, and you got you a quarterback. Look at my dog, my quarterback.
I called him too. I actually called him and congratulated him.
Oh yeah, you did.
And
Thank you, man.
And I just let him know, you know.
Because Joe was close. He was close. Spencer Rattler is a first-round talent. We just got him in the 5th round.
Look, and all I asked him, I said, Joe, let me handle my business in the 1st and the 2nd round, and then one of those 5ths, you know, we'll see what we got, you know. And like I said, I called him on the minute it happened. I called him and I congratulated him.
Do you think my pick, my guy that's going to make a potential immediate impact with the Saints, you think is accurate?
He was one of my guys that I kept an eye on. You know, the last few years, the tight end position has metamorphosed into this hybrid, out wide, screen, double move type position where, you know, you need athletes. The best athletes used to be in the middle of the field, middle linebacker, safety, running back. You know, now these tight ends that we flex everywhere are seeming like to be the most athletic guys. And the minute you see this guy, the athleticism jumps off the page for him.
Well, all in all, I mean, you're absolutely right. The tight ends really just become that 5th wide receiver sometimes, depending upon how you use them. And they're just extremely powerful. Like, the size and the speed that these guys are getting to. And I'm glad that y'all brought up the tight end, man, because I'm amazed that he did not get picked up earlier with his ability. I mean, the video of him catching the 2 balls, he literally thought that was the end of the drill. And then he saw another ball come up. He's like, oh, I'll just catch that one too. Right. Caught that.
And didn't break a stride.
It did not break a stride. So, you know who I think that he's definitely going to be of is that next Kelsey right there. Like, that's who I see.
Well, it goes along with these prototypical tight ends that's coming out in the past few years. You look at the gentleman in Detroit. All of the tight ends from Iowa is just
Right.
ridiculous. But everybody's looking for that next Kelsey. Everybody's looking for that next Kittle. You know, this is what the National Football League has become this year. And I think the sky's the limit for this young man. And honestly, I have another guy I think that might actually make this team as undrafted free agent.
Who you think?
Sincere Haynesworth.
Okay.
Filling your need at center to get some depth at center.
I've been whining about center.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, I think that this young man has a chance because one thing about we've learned in this league, the more
just to
you
clarify,
Yeah.
just to clarify, so you're saying that we're gonna pick him up?
No, we haven't been free
have-
agency.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
Okay,
we have him as an undrafted free agent
Yes.
out of Tulane.
He's a Tulane kid,
and I
too.
think he has the possibility of making the team because he can play center and guard. And obviously, we all know in the National Football League, the more you can do, the better your chances.
Now, LSU tore up the draft, and we had players from Louisiana get drafted all over the place. We're going to get into that a little more in our next segment. But I want to kind of take a look at the LSU's draft picks, where they're going in the fits. First and foremost, Jaden Daniels, first round, second pick to Washington. He does get a tight end, right? He gets a tight end coming, being able to have Zach Ertz, and then they did have in the second round Ben Sarnat to come in. He has starting. Look, they got Luke McCaffrey starting at the third receiver. He has Terry McLaurin, so he has some offensive weapons. Washington brings in a guy that has some of the weapons.
He definitely has some weapons in Washington. I mean, a lot of people forget about this guy. This guy at running back that I wanted so bad. His name was Brian Robinson. Unfortunately, he came out of Alabama. Unfortunately, he got shot, but came back and led the Washington Commanders in rushing. And everybody knows Scary Terry, number 17 wide receiver, top 100 player in this year's, NFL. And so, the sky's the limit for Jalen, and I think the best is yet to come.
No doubt, man, and the draft continued to look bright for LSU. We know that a few years back, New York had a star that was born, Odell Beckham Jr., right?
Yep.
Now they double back with Malik Neighbors, picking him up a little earlier this time around with their 6th overall pick, a team that is in desperate need of a Malik Neighbors for sure, but they were able to do some things to improve that offense. Daniel Jones, Joe, he needed a weapon. He just needed it desperately, right?
He absolutely needed it, and he probably got one of the best weapons that you can possibly ask for. And so definitely hats off to that young gentleman and going up in there. I really hope that he does extremely well and shows the talent that he showed us at LSU.
Man, CL, dog, Jacksonville loves LSU. They just really do. I mean, they went head over heels, and they drafted with their first 3 picks. I want to say it was LSU players. Brian Thomas Jr. Then they come back in the second round. They get Mason Smith at pick 48. Then they double back at pick 4, and they go 116, getting Jordan Jefferson. And then they kept getting SEC players. Gus had texted me earlier. Like, they basically were just like SEC.
Right.
They winning. We want to start with it. Your thoughts on Jacksonville going back to back to back LSU players?
Well, that's a beautiful thing, and I just want to add on. They're also letting They're also letting Jarvis Landry come in now that he's healthy into the rookie minicamp to prove that he can play again. So once again, that's another LSU player.
Yep.
And I'm not surprised at all. Some people in some mock drafts and some boards felt like the New Orleans Saints should draft more LSU players, and I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are that exact example of what we're talking about, because on previous shows, me and Fave have even gotten the conversation of, hey, maybe, we just keep all the talent in state.
That's right. Don't even go to
if
the
we
draft.
just keep all the talent in state, how great we can be. So hats off to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Duval, you guys got some talent coming, and Goldilocks can't do anything but be happy.
Let's count them out, Joe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 SEC players. We mentioned 3 of them, and Brian Thomas Jr., Mason Smith, and then later on Jordan Jefferson. But they also went Javon Foster, offensive tackle from Missouri. They went DeAndre Price, cornerback from Ole Miss, and then they also went Cam Little in Arkansas. Joe, they did a great job. Man, you were about to mention something that I cut you off, but they had another LSU guy too.
No, 100%. What I was just going to talk about is that the Jaguars has noticed where the top talent comes from, and that is from LSU, is coming from the South, because this is where the dogs are made. This is where the real top players, the real future top players are going to make, because people always tend to forget, just because you go in the first round doesn't mean you're going to be that amazing player that stays around and everything. It's what you do with that pick and where you go off and how you show off your talent.
No doubt. And lastly here, drafted Mekhi Wingo, 6th round, 189 to Detroit. He with Hutchinson and those boys out there, Aiden Hutchinson, he's on a team that will have an opportunity to compete in the playoffs next year. They got very close to make it to the conference finals. Real quickly here, CL, your thoughts.
What do we know about Wingo? We know that he's a big guy, we know that he's talented, and we know that he has a motor. What does Dan Campbell love? Big guys, talented, with a motor. I think he'll do great in Detroit next to, that's not a Hutchinson and the other guys they have on their D-line. A lot of times it's about fit, guys, and I think that's a great fit for Mr. Wingo. Good luck, brother.
No doubt. I'm excited about my LSU Tigers getting the opportunity. When we come back, we're going to look at some of the undrafted Tigers from LSU, but we're also going to go to Tulane. We're going to go to UL. We're going to do a little searching and see some of the other players from the great state of Louisiana who balled in one of the best places to play ball at. Well, y'all don't go in there. Well, we want to thank Montero Motors once again. Y'all make sure y'all make your way over there. Best used car deals in the city. That's 1512 North Causeway in Metairie, Louisiana. When you go over there, say, Alberto, Big Fave said come through. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be back right here inside the trenches. Uptown Sports Social, baby. We here right now, 3218. It's ESPN New Orleans. DJ Tune, where you at?
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Fave Wright with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Fave Wright. Watch out there now. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Fave Wright with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car, or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon, Big Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small Sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. And let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy Marlon, Big Favorite. Watch out there now.
Now New Orleans has a choice.
Yeah, we doing our thing. It's a social fair. Yeah, I know you care, because we do. Yeah, we coming through with the flow, you know. It's Inside the Trenches. Look at it. Look, see, I'm telling you, bro, you got to come be my hype man for the Woodman Fest, bro. You got to come up there and hype me and Bags up, bro, for real. See, I mean, you cool.
I don't have a problem, brother. Hopefully, I've been trying to work that out. It seems like I have a conflict schedule thing going, some kind of blur event. I don't know.
Well, you a big-time movie producer, so that happens with y'all. Y'all got stuff like that.
It does happen.
But I'm telling you, the Woodman Fest is in Woodmere, right? And right now, the neighborhood is full of for sale signs and houses that's waiting for people to move into. I know somebody who can get y'all the information super quick. Oh my gosh, he's right next to me. my man
Already
Joe.
getting you the information.
Right now. Godwyn Realty, man, the sponsor for this segment. And I got the man with the plan right next to me. Joe, what's popping?
Oh, man. All of these things. What's even crazier is that, like, we saw a huge price decrease and everything, but prices are starting to go up a little bit and everything. Buyers are starting to feel more confident. Insurance is starting to get not as crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, because what people don't understand is that when we have a big hurricane that causes a lot of damage, it typically takes around like 2 years for insurance to start getting better.
Well, the office opens at 9 o'clock in the morning. Y'all make your way down to Godwyn Realty. That's 1943 Sophie Wright Place, right here in New Orleans. Listen, y'all gonna go in there. It's gonna smell good in the office. They got candies to the left, magazines to the right. And look, get y'all crib, man. You're trying to sell a whip. You're trying to get a whip. I said a whip. I meant to say a house. Man, we just got all kind of assets rolling.
I just heard them candies to the left.
I mean, yeah. If you live in a bus, I mean, you can still call your house a whip.
That's right.
There you go.
It's all about perspective.
If you need real estate, if you need a house, holler at my man Joe with Godwyn Realty, baby. So, listen, brother, I think when we look around the state of Louisiana, it's full of talent on the high school level, even middle school park ball. And a lot of players want to come and ball out here. Like, it's usually the deal, they want to come in and play in the great state of Louisiana because it's a definite opportunity zone. Well, I will say this, guys. I want to start with the guy we talked about a lot on the show. CL, I'll come to you first.
Yes, sir.
When you think about Michael Pratt being picked up by the Green Bay Packers,
yes, sir.
Your thoughts on that pick?
I think it's almost perfect, almost poetic. You know, we speak about, first of all, let's put into perspective who Michael Pratt is. Michael Pratt is the same gentleman that played the last 2 years at Tulane that helped beat a USC Caleb Williams in a bowl game along with Tajay Spears and beat USC in that bowl game. Michael Pratt is the young man that has been in New Orleans for the past few years and have shown the league that he can play. what's the amazing part about it, and I've always said this in the past, gentlemen, you can pick a ham sandwich, but what about the situation that they're going to? I think the Green Bay situation is perfect for him. Yeah. Imagine him sitting behind a Jordan Love. Imagine him really having a chance to fight for that second string shot behind Jordan Love, getting the reps with the second stringers in preseason, because this is what is required for him now that he's been picked up for a little bit less than nothing.
Absolutely. I mean, this is probably one of the best situations that Michael Pratt could have asked for, because look at the organization as a whole.
Exactly.
I mean, do they not spit out great quarterbacks constantly? Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love. Look at all of these talent that comes out of this organization.
Right.
And then Jordan Love is leading this team. So Michael Pratt is going to be able to learn from these top quarterback coaches and only make himself better.
And imagine this. I knew that everyone in New Orleans, including myself, wanted Michael Pratt to be a part of the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, yeah.
But it's about fit, and it's about situation. The offense that's going on in Green Bay has been settled and been sitting there for about a good 5-6 years. It's a fluent offense. They know exactly what they're doing. This is a new system that we have in New Orleans. Let's give these gentlemen the best chance to be the best that they can be. And I think Michael Pratt has fallen into a perfect position that could hone his skills and let him sit back and let Jordan Love, a person that sat for some time, show him how to be a professional and show him how this goes in the National Football League.
No doubt, guys. And when y'all check out even on the LSU end, undrafted free agents, these are guys that started in SEC play, played at a high level. Some of these guys won a national championship team. Just a couple of updates for our folks, just in case y'all didn't catch it. Charles Turner III is going to the Patriots as an undrafted free agent. Ovi Aguva is going to New York as an undrafted free agent, so he'll be out there with his teammate Malik Neighbors. Hey, Malik, man, come on, brother. Let him save that money during OTAs, training camps, and go ahead and get him New York. And then you go ahead, Malik, let him sleep in your basement, man. You know what I'm saying? Got that big mansion out there out in New York. Andre Sam, he's headed to the Eagles. Here's a kid that went through a lot of adversity, not just at LSU. And then, historically, this was one of the worst LSU teams.
Right.
So it's good. Noah Kane is well running back. He got his opportunity. He's going out to the Bengals. Some more Tigers out there with him.
And just to speak about the talent in Louisiana and the schools that's in Louisiana, we give LSU a lot of love. Imagine this. Since 2000, there have been 24 Tulane football players that have been drafted in the NFL. So don't just think it's LSU. It's Raging Cajuns, it's Tulane, it's La Tech, it's Southern, it's Grambling. We are pushing the product out every year, and I think we can't help but be noticed.
And lastly, here from LSU, we have Armor Spates. He's headed to the Rams.
Yep.
I do want to go around Louisiana. I'm glad CL mentioned that, because Louisiana players were shining. We mentioned the LSU guys that went first round. Probably one of the funnier interviews this past deal was Keon Coleman when he went out to Buffalo for his first press conference. Joe, you saw that? My man got up and we got him something to snack on right after. And then went off with the reporter hey, you want a cookie too, ma'am? You want charismatic.
Oh my God. Dude, y'all and those cookies. And then CL was trying to push the cookies on me. He's like, hey, Joel, you want some of this?
Baby, that's Southern hospitality.
It is.
Yes, indeed. I'll read off some more Louisiana guys as well. Edrin Cooper out of Covington High. He's now at Green Bay Pack as well. He got him in the second round. We didn't have any, and then Mason Smith, we mentioned him. We didn't have any players from Louisiana drafted in the third round. But we had DeCameron Richardson now going to Las Vegas. He played at Bossier City High, from out of Mississippi State, defensive back. Fifth round, we have Cedric Van Grander, Buffalo. As a matter of fact, he went to Warren Easton High out of Georgia. Is actually mentoring one of our players with Conquer right now, Big Booger from Curtis. As a matter of fact, New Orleans Talk Networks, Spice's her show Spice Divas, her son being mentored by that young man. Look, small city.
Very small city. That's
see that, huh?
Yeah, that's also Coach Noel Ellis's guy, one of his guys.
That is right, 100%.
So I'm familiar with him.
Man, Joe, this is cool, right? This is a young man. He's going to Buffalo from Warren Easton. That's right in our backyard. It's just crazy the amount of talent that we have here. A couple more names: Josh Newt, Cincinnati Bengals. He went to Monroe High. 6th round, you had Jaquin Jackson, Tennessee Titans out of Luling, went to Hornville. That's pretty cool.
River Parish.
River Parish represent, baby. You know what I'm talking about? They call us River Rats, you know what I'm saying? Right. In the 7th round, you had Nathan Thomas to the Dallas Cowboys. Lucky him, right? Went to ULL. Chalmette High, right there, past Araby. And in the 7th round, you had Miles Cole, Jacksonville Jaguars. He's out of Evangeline Christian, played at Texas Tech. And then CL, you mentioned Michael Pratt as well, Green Bay. So it just speaks volumes, guys, of the amount of talent. And if y'all are just tuning in to Inside the Trenches, we're here live right now at Uptown Sports Social. Starting to get some of our folks coming on in here. Y'all make your way on over here. We got some tables available. If you come in now, you get to take advantage of the dollar wings. $6, you got a 6-piece wing. Knowing me, I'm going to give me a little nacho to go with it. Joe going to eat half of them.
That's
Because
right.
he like the nachos, too. It's his cheat day as well.
Yep.
And, you guys can enjoy that. And remember, if y'all didn't get an opportunity to, and I'll say this information, do a little pause in between it so I know some of y'all are driving. Text Big Fave, that's BIGFAV, to 94253. Again, that information is Big Fave, BIGFAV, 94253. We're going to have all kind of big-time events going on this summer. Get on that list so you can get on the exclusive hot list and be able to attend big-time events across the city, VIP, mouth water, and food deals, you name it. We're having ourselves a good time here. And check this out. Like I told y'all earlier, I got the hookup over here on the real estate. Joe's going to definitely get y'all guys and gals in the right place. 1943 Sophie Wright Boulevard, right here. Sophie Wright Place, me, right here off of Magazine Street in New Orleans, Louisiana, baby. It's Inside the Trenches. Hey, we got another hour to roll here, y'all. See how you look puzzled. What you thinking about?
I just can't get it off my mind.
What you got?
Imagine if we never would have let Keon Coleman lead the state of Louisiana.
That would have been insane. Just a thought. Listen, y'all don't go anywhere. We got DJ Tune on the ones and twos. Shouts out to Godwyn Realty for sponsoring this segment. We're here at Uptown Sports Social, baby. 3218 Magazine Street, right here in New Orleans, Louisiana. We're going to take a quick break, come back for a whole nother hour, baby. We got a Pelicans game to watch. We're going to talk a little bit more football. It's Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans, baby. We got this thing rolling. Hey, go ahead and put me an order in the wings in. Yeah. Hello, somebody. It's ESPN New Orleans.
Hey, it's Joel, a realtor. You're now tuned in to Inside the Trenches. We'll be right back.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon, Big Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small Sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. And let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy Marlon, Big Favorite. Watch out there now.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays, 3:30 for the FanView Podcast. Go to NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com to watch more episodes of FanView Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch.
Sports lovers in the house. Come in with that. Oh, just like that. Come on, yeah, we jamming over here at Uptown. Sports Social is inside the trenches. Come on with Big Fave, CL, Nola in this thing. Come on now, the Pelicans about to play.
About 30 minutes away, man.
Welcome back. As CL just mentioned, we're about 30 minutes away from the tip-off. We're live at Uptown Sports Social. That's 3218 Magazine Street, right here in the gorgeous city of New Orleans. And it is nice outside. It was a little rainy early. I know some of y'all was worried, Big Fave, I can't come down there. It's raining. It's not even raining no more. Y'all can come on down. The game's about to get started. And we want to thank Uptown Sports Social for not only having us here, but sponsoring this segment. Y'all could come here 7 days a week. They're open, I want to say some days 11, some days 3. I'll get that information for y'all. But I'm talking about UFC fights. They got steak night on Wednesdays, I think. Steak night on Wednesdays. We here every Monday, 6 to 8 p.m. Dollar wings when we in the building. They got that Big Fave Gorilla drink. I got it right here for our YouTubers. It's strong and smooth, just like me.
Yeah, you're right.
It's strong and smooth. We're pointing. This Saturday we have the fight live here at Uptown Sports Social. Y'all can come check it out. It's going down.
Of all the fights.
And then Cinco de Mayo here as well. Y'all make your way here for May 5th. That's 5th? Yeah. I'm going to be in here Cinco de Mayo because that boy Gerard told me he going to hook me up with a couple of drinks and some nachos. You know I like them drinks and them nachos. And y'all make your way here too. Uptown Sports Social, remember, every Monday come holler at your boy. I'll be here with CL. So we had Skylar Green come through. Yeah. Joe. That boy G Sports with us sometime as well, but we're gonna keep this thing here going. So CL, the dust has settled. I want to go back to the Saints.
Come on.
I want to take it back to the Saints because I can't think back to when
I gave this team a big time grade.
Yep.
But this year, they got an A. I mean, Fuaga, pick 14, one of the best offensive linemen in this draft, could play right guard, left tackle, left guard.
Right.
Big solid player, 6'6", 320 pounds. You start thinking about him. I was watching this film, and I was thinking about, man, this dude is mobile. They need a mobile. I kept thinking, I'm not saying he is this guy, but he has the potential, like a Trent Williams.
Oh,
you see how athletic his feet are? Now imagine that big boy kicking around doing that skip pull and knocking out the backside linebacker and Alvin Kamara running off of that block, for a 15 burger. You know what I'm saying, CL?
All I can do is just sit here and just imagine, how we're going to use him in the new Kubiak offense with the zone blocking scheme, with the backs having the one cut and one read, one cut and go. I'm happy for the pick, but what I wanna tell the listeners is that a few years ago, when we had Drew, when we had all the guys, we were in it for now. We were as far as the draft and the salary cap, we were playing for now. And now that era is gone, you could see us now being more careful with our money, being more selective and more direct with, because I don't think we got any of the best availables. I think we drafted by need and position-wise moving forward. So I think that we're entering in a new era as far as Saints football, and it's looking bright because, granted, I won't go back to the 2017 draft, but just knowing that, like Fave said in an earlier episode, it's the mixture of the young and the old, bringing in a young Kool-Aid, bringing in a Fuaga to a veteran offensive line. It's the mixture of young and old. I think that Mickey has got his pulse on.
And also, CL, I know we're talking about the big draft picks. I'll come back to it because I want to spend a little time on Spencer Rattler. But you mentioned a name earlier, and I watched this kid in several games last year. I got Adonis Freelo, I have Harold Lawson, a couple players at Tulane, but Sincere Hainsworth.
Yes, sir.
He's a player that, what I've been crying about, if something happens to Eric McCall, who's going to get in? Here's a young man that was the center for Michael Pratt.
Yes, sir.
Went against Ole Miss and held his ground last year without Michael Pratt, and they almost beat Ole Miss. Talk to me again about this Tulane product and Hainsworth.
What do we know about centers? Majority of the time, well, first thing we know about offensive linemen, they're smart. And then you're talking about a center that's in control of all the calls, maybe has the first say-so in the audibles and checking from run to pass. So just imagine, and of course he goes to Tulane, so obviously he's a smart guy.
Right.
So, and what do we want? We want tough, smart football players. And once again, I think this is a part of the new youth that we're bringing in to mix with the older guys that we have. And I think it's hats off to Mickey and the front office, and I won't pat myself on the back till training camp.
You could never. There you go, the GM. Look, I think, you know what? I got an email from the Saints, and I think it was from Mickey. He was like, man, Marlon, that guy y'all got over there, CL, man, I really might have to hire him. I like the hats he wears. He represents my organizations well.
Well, we all love Miss Benson. Of course, she's just jumped into the billionaires list on the Forbes. So we're doubly happy for her. It's just never forget that we're a family in New Orleans, and sometimes we might have down years, but trust me, our eyes is on the prize. Because if you think about it, no matter how you feel about last year's team, we were still second in the division, fighting for the division spot to play in the playoffs. So we're not that far away, and especially with the debacle that what Atlanta has done with their first-round pick. Because I was actually worried, Fave, if a Dallas Turner would have to go against my rookie left tackle, my rookie right tackle.
Right.
I had a little thought process about that. But the fact that they didn't do it, they might actually take a step back. Because what happens if a Kirk Cousins goes down and now this rookie has to play? The Saints have to, as a matter of fact, 2 times this year. So just know that we're still on the bicuspids of the playoffs and a playoff appearance.
You can never have too many defensive backs, especially good
sure.
ones. You want to you want to be sure to have that rotation, and you want to make sure that you're putting your team in a position to, if someone does go down. We saw this a few years back with New Orleans.
Right.
When Marshawn went down, they were able to put Alontae Taylor in and still hold ground because you drafted well in that area. Bringing in a guy like, hey, it's Kool-Aid. McAllister was a huge deal. McAllistry was a huge deal. It's so easy to say, like, because we used to Deuce McAllister. Right. All these McAllister. Shouts out to Deuce, but McKinstry from Alabama. First and foremost, he's played in the SEC at a high level. So it's not like he played in the SEC and he was on a poo team. He was actually on a competitive team, on a contender. When you look at what Kool-Aid, the value he brings to that defense in depth, I mean, we didn't go wrong with pick number 2, second round.
No, I think we did pretty great on pick number 2 because we know 3 things in this league. 1, they're going to throw the ball. 2, every year it gets harder and harder to play DB, so you're going to need fresh legs and fresh guys. Mm-hmm. And 3, this is a league of what have you done for me now?
What have you done for me lately?
I believe this young man will not just a la the Atlanta Falcons that wasted their first round pick.
Not a waste.
I believe this young man gets a chance to play early. I think this young man is going to be depended on to make plays for the New Orleans Saints in a rotation in that defensive backfield. And if you look at the tape, he gets hands on balls. Yep. No Diddy.
No Diddy is just inserted, right? Like, that's the deal now. There's no Diddy. Pause and all that's gone, right? It's no Diddy. Like, that's the full time. It's Inside the Trenches. I'm your host, Marlon, Big Favorite, right? We're here at Uptown Sports Social, getting ready to watch the Pelicans take on SGA in Oklahoma City. It's a home game. Hopefully they can pull it off. I know we got some folks at the game, but if y'all don't want to go to the game because of parking and all the traffic, we giving that game-like environment here at Uptown Sports Social.
Sure.
So be sure to make your way over here too. Now, I want to make a quick comment about the D-line real quick before I get to my main conversation, CL, right? Mm-hmm. You're looking at Christian Boyd. He's already backing up Nathan Shepard. So now you have on the interior line guys that's rotating in. Khalid Saunders starting. Nathan Shepard starting. Yep. 2 big-time players in Bruzy and Christian Boyd. That's the depth that you needed on the inside, and it looks the same on the exterior as well. But I want to get to, we got 50 seconds left. Bruh, Spencer Rattler could come in. I'm just looking at the quarterback's depth chart right now. Right now, the way it is listed, Derek Carr's started. Then you have Jake Hanger. Then you have Spencer Rattler. Now, they have him 3rd on the depth chart with Nathan Peterman and Kellen Mond. If I'm the New Orleans Saints, and CL, you can have your comments. I know you want to see Hanger in a Clint Kubiak offense, but Peterman's gone. I would keep Carr, Spencer Rattler, and Kellen Mond. That's just me. You'll talk.
Well, it's easy for me. I've always asked for competition at the position. Seems like to me we got competition at the position. And let the best man win. Obviously, it'll take hella high water for Carr not to start. But I want to see Jake Hainer go against Ratliff. I want to see Ratliff with that second offensive line. I want to see Ratliff with a A.T. Perry down the seam, above Mims down the seam. Bring it on. We need competition at every position, and I think this is what Mickey, this is what Ms. Benson wants. I think this is what Fave wants, and this is what I want. So here we go.
Well, what I want y'all to do is make y'all way on down to Uptown Sports Social. It's 3218 Magazine Street. We're here getting ready to watch the Pelicans game. We're going to preview that game here, our next segment, but we're having ourselves a good time. And go ahead and lock us on in. If you're just tuning in, preset us to y'all's listening dial, 100.3 FM. Be sure to make y'all way here today, this Monday, and every Monday. Come enjoy yourself with us on a Monday at Uptown Sports Social. It's Inside the Trenches, baby. You're jamming us right now on ESPN New Orleans. DJ Tune, where you at with it?
Hey, I just wanted my children. And he's 50 years old.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You can do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Big Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small Sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. And let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com.
It's that boy Fred, host of FanView Podcast. Tune into the NOTN app weekdays.
Come on, we here. Uptown Sports Social. Come on. It's Inside the Trenches. I'm your host, Marlon Big Favorite. Thank y'all for taking y'all time out on a Monday. For the folks here hanging out with us here at Uptown Sports Social, y'all can come join us as well. But everybody under the sound of my voice, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to Inside the Trenches. And you can do that Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. We have a great show jam-packed for you guys this week, and the party shall continue here at Uptown Sports Social. Yeah, we also want to take our time to thank our sponsor, Small Sliders, as well, for all that they do for the show. It's going to be a party out there this Friday. You hear me? 11:30 to 1:30 p.m. Me and DJ Toon gave y'all a little sneak peek for the West Bank Fest, the Woodmere Fest and West Bank Fest this year. But for the Woodmere Fest, we gave a little sneak peek of that. That's May 18th. Y'all can check that show out as well. Make y'all way there. But we have ourselves a good time. One more announcement, too. May 15th is the 1-year anniversary for Small Sliders. So we will have a big deal there. It's going to be Wednesday. It's going to be something for the kids. We're going to have live music out there as well. And that's going to be, we'll get y'all some more information for that as well. But we want to thank Small Sliders for sponsoring this segment. Well, CL, let me see. Let me take a look at my watch here on my iPhone, should I say. Yeah, it's 7:21.
Yes, sir.
9 minutes before tip-off.
Yes, sir.
It's only right for us to preview this game.
Come on.
Is this the end? Dum, dum, dum. Are you my friend? I hope this ain't the end. Shouts out to New Edition, right? I hope this ain't the NCL, brother. Because I just felt like when we came home, it was going the momentum was going to shift. We were going to be looking at a 1-2 situation, and tonight we're looking at tying it up. Before we get into keys to victory, we have to recap what happened last time.
Yep.
What got away from us in this last matchup between OKC? Oh, look at me. That's that gorilla right there. OKC Thunder. What happened with us?
Honestly, Faith, I think it's time for all of New Orleans to come to the realization that we can't beat the best team in the West without our best player. I know we feel like we really have a chance with B.I. and McCullough, and we truly do have a chance. But schematically, right, defensively, offensive boards-wise, you know, we need Zion more than I think we realize because we've had so many games and so much experience playing without him, you know, no faults of his own. But to beat the best teams in the West, let alone the best team with the best record in the West, we need Zion Williamson and his 25 points. Because we'll do the math on that, right? You add 25 points to any of the final scores, and is it do the Saints? Do the Pelicans?
Saints?
I'm black and gold. Huh? Do we have in the same conversation? You know, we had 25 points to each score. And we're not down 0-3. I promise you.
Is OKC the best team in the West right now?
I think OKC is the hottest team right now. I think, you know, the playoffs is, and I think obviously looking at the Pelicans, you can see, you know, it's about timing. It's about when you're injured. It's about who's injured. You know, it's about the timing. It's about playing at your best at the best time of the year and at the playoffs. And quite possibly being, you know, there's not too many bigger Pelican fans than me, but I can truly tell you, it's quite possibly that we peak too early, you know, and then we come down with the injuries. Now we don't know how to play with Zion. Now we don't know. Now our rotation is kind of jumbled up because, hey, they can play small, but the majority of the time they play big. And to be honest with you, I think that the jury is out on how to guard B.I. by putting Williams on him and roughing him up all day.
That was going to be my next question. Because
yeah.
somebody else needed, in the absence of Zion, do I look towards C.J. McCollum? Well, I need him to kind of focus, him and Alvarado to figure that point guard thing out, right? So I'm looking over there in that direction. Jonas Valanciunas, he's someone who we expect more out of in regards to being more dominant underneath, drawing more fouls, going to the free throw line, and being dominant underneath. But when you look at this team and you say, how could we formulate a big three? Okay, Zion's the number one guy in that big three. He's out. Brandon Ingram has to step up. He had 19 points in the last game. He was 7 for 14, and he was 3 for 3 from the free throw line. I mean, CL, when you think about tonight's matchup and how big of a role B.I. has to play, elaborate on that more for me.
And once again, it's the matchup. Because if Zion plays, then Williams has to guard Zion, and Josh Giddey, is on B.I., a slimmer guy, you know, not as rough, not as physical. And, you know, possibly B.I. has a different kind of game. But, once again, when you're down 0-3, it really boils down to pride, New Orleans. It really boils down to pride. You know, I understand we're one of the top teams on the road, but we suck at home. Do you want to end this? Do you want to end the series today? I want the ladies that work in the concession stands, and I want the parking lot guys, and I want the ticket booth ladies. I want them to have another series. I want them to have another game. I want them to have another week of pay. So it boils down to the New Orleans Pelicans and pride, because nobody wants to get swept in any playoffs
at all. And I think if this team really pulls it all together, there's some kind of way to get that chemistry rolling like they had right after the All-Star game when things was clicking for them. If y'all are just tuning in, it's Inside the Trenches. We're here at Uptown Sports Social, and we have one of the baddest DJs in the land with us here on Monday and Friday. DJ Toon, talk to me.
I got a question real quick.
Come on.
So the New Orleans Saints have officially begun their process of finding the QB of the future, right?
Yeah.
Spencer Rattler, I have a question about this man, right? Do you feel like he has the tools to be New Orleans' future quarterback? Or just by him entering, do you think he has to show growth?
I think, first of all, the answer to your question is yes. The second part of the answer is I think he's shown enough right there to be able to be at 2 different colleges and be good, and to know that he has Archie Manning's phone number, and Archie Manning has his phone number.
Yeah.
He has participated in the Manning camps for the past for 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, and he's already familiar with not only the culture, not only the greats of the past,
yeah,
and what's in front of him now. Because I promise you this, we would have never drafted him if Kubiak didn't want him. This is Kubiak's first pick.
Yeah, I think that was his. If he was there, put it to you like this: if the quarterbacks would have been flowing off the board, they probably would have jumped at him early. Probably would have tried to trade up 2 or 3 of those first round picks. To answer your question, yes, I do think he's the future of. Because look across the NFC South, right? You have Bryce Young out there with the Panthers. You have a young Baker Mayfield. Let's be honest, he's relatively young out there. Atlanta, we saw what they just did in Michael Penix. New Orleans is in a better position because I think Spencer Rattler. See, people sleeping on Spencer Rattler. South Carolina offensive line wasn't good at all, and he still was shining. I mean, if you just go to the highlights and look at his first few plays, and CL made a good point. Not only did this kid ball out at Oklahoma, but he went to the SEC. He came into the trenches where some of the best edge rushers are, and he stood his ground. So New Orleans get a late first round, early second round talent.
At the end of the day, no matter the number where he was selected, he still was the 5th quarterback selected in this year's draft. So just put that in perspective. If you go back and look at the tape.
You say 5th, right? He was the 5th quarterback drafted.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, quarterback.
Yeah, that's right. That's good. That's big
overall,
time.
you know.
Yeah,
no
big.
matter the number, where he still was the 5th quarterback. Just like Atlanta had a chance to pick the first defensive player, but they didn't. So just to put that in perspective, the future belongs to the people that prepare for it now. Malcolm X.
Definitely. Man, I got a Concord Sports highlight, man. I want to highlight one of our Concord Sports players. He's actually the son of Alberto from Montero Motors.
No.
I got a text message, CL. Check this out. Prep Red Zone did their combine series, and Braylon Montero from John Curtis, a sophomore, was the top performer. And guess what position he played? D-tackle. He played in them trenches. So Braylon, you are the winner of an Inside the Trenches T-shirt. You will get an Inside the Trenches T-shirt for being a baller. I hope your dad's listening right now because he's going to hold me accountable for getting you that 2X. I thank you, 2X. You're not Big Dog Gorilla 3X like me.
He definitely earned it, baby. We don't give him away lightly. He definitely earned it.
So and I was talking with Tarek a few weeks ago. We do plan on this football season looking at some of the players who are doing good academically, balling on the field, and getting them some awards too, right here from ESPN New Orleans, 100.3 FM. Wow. So shouts out. I need y'all to come on down here because I want it to be live for this Pelicans game. We need all the energy. Come on, we're on Magazine Street, so that means we are 7.5 minutes from the arena. They need us crunk here at 3218 to translate that energy downtown, because we're going to need it, baby. It's Inside the Trenches. When we come back, we're going to do some more countdown to this matchup as the Pels are taking on UK. I'm about to say you and I.
OKC.
OKC.
SGA.
I'm telling you, that's that gorilla drink. It got me sharing. But Boston right now is winning 47-31 against Miami. That's a matchup we have on right now.
Look like Porzingis just pulled up, maybe a back situation. They carried him. They rushed him off to the locker room.
Okay, definitely. Well, we are gearing up for this matchup. We watching it, and remember, there's a big fight here. There's a big fight here this Saturday. Y'all can come watch the big fight. We'll talk more about that. It's Inside the Trenches, baby. ESPN New Orleans. We'll be back, baby. DJ Tune, what you got over there?
Oh yeah. Take them back to the good old days. You know. They saying chopper, it's your turn now. Keep your foot on the gas and never turn down.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Big Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now, I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small Sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. And let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now.
Now New Orleans has a choice. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app for your mobile device or listen at www.neworleanstalk.
Right here in New Orleans, Louisiana. I hope y'all are enjoying the show because we enjoy doing it, getting y'all some of the hottest news. We've talked about the Saints' draft pick. I gave the Saints an A. CL, I didn't even ask you. How rude of me. I didn't even ask Joel either. I just figured y'all had an A like me. What grade do you get the Saints this year's draft pick?
Well, I'm putting the draft. I'm comboing the draft with free agency because of the way we restructured after the CBA. Mm-hmm. So right now, I'll give the New Orleans Saints a B. But the way they can get to the A is make sure they bring Andrews P back with the immediate retirement of James Hurst.
So you feel like that's an extended grade, like they got to do well in free agency headed to June 1st as well?
Well, we love the draft, but we know it takes at least 3 years to truly grade that draft, right?
Okay.
We didn't know about the year. We didn't know about the draft year 17. We didn't know. Well, we immediately knew about Ramczyk and Alvin. But the other guys, it took time. So you have to at least wait 3 years to actually.
Oh, Marshawn.
Yeah.
I was thinking Alvin.
Yeah.
Man, Alvin Kamara, he confuses me a lot, too, because he plays like a first-rounder. So I feel like he was one of the first-round picks.
Third round like a dog.
I'm asking you this right now. This is a premature question, but you the GM, so I'm figuring you can answer. Do you like class of 2017 or class of 2024 better?
And see, that's the thing. I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, and I always want to respect the Pro Bowlers of Marshawn Lattimore, the Pro Bowl Ryan Ramczyk, the Pro Bowl Alvin Kamara.
I gave that class an A.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the last A.
So
I gave
I
the
want to
Saints.
respect those boys and appreciate what they brought to the city of New Orleans. So I'm going to say 2017 to be continued.
I wish that I could have this moment for life. You don't want to make it under the moments. Enjoy the moments.
And that's the beautiful thing about the NFL. It's truly all year round. Look how giddy we are.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know what month this is. What month is this?
May? May is tomorrow.
Oh, okay. See,
No, May. Oh, look at me. May is not
You don't
tomorrow.
know either.
Wednesday is May 1st. Tomorrow is the 30th. There's 30 days
Right.
in April. And April showers do bring May flowers, so we got a little rain.
Okay.
Like
We
today,
did.
you see what I'm saying? It's kind of
did.
flowing out. The Pelicans are up 1-0. It's now 11 minutes and 24 seconds here as we're preparing. And okay, there's an update. Now OKC is up 3-1. It's 10 minutes and 49 seconds. Pels is going back and forth. Now it's 3-3. We're going to do our best play-by-play for you guys here. We're got a couple of things on here at Uptown Sports Social, watching a few games, but we're going to try our best for our folks driving who is just itching to get in front of that TV.
They on the way home.
We're going to get y'all the best play-by-play. But just really back to keys to victory, CL. I know we talked about that momentarily. We have to have an answer for SGA. That's just the bottom line. I don't know if we just maybe switch up the defense, maybe put a big on them, maybe put a small on, just kind of mix it up.
You know, I've played this guy so many times, and majority of the time he gets his average of 31 points a game. The last 2 times we played him, he didn't get his average, and we still lost. I think the keys to victory for the New Orleans Pelicans, it's about the others. SGA is a possible league MVP in this year. So I think he's gonna get what he's gonna get. I think everybody else needs to pay attention to the others. Don't let Giddey get off. Don't let Williams get off. The others.
And that was C.J. McCollum just sank the 3. Now it's 6-3. The Pelicans are rolling. We talked about C.J. a little bit before, how important it's going to be for him. There's an answer is that Giddey? Were you just talking about him, CL?
Yeah. And I'm gonna need Ling Lang to put all the TVs facing me is the Pels. Pretty please.
Well, look, I'm checking the TV out over there, Langy Lang. I can see it because I have on.
You
my
got
new
the good
glasses, and then
glasses.
bam, we're gonna turn this
There
way.
you go.
So my folks on YouTube, y'all bear with us. We're gonna turn a little bit to this monitor. I'm telling y'all think I'm just mentioning this on the slick. They're legit. It feel like there's 40 TVs in here. We can really look at any angle.
Well, yeah, Fave, this is a #1 sports bar in New Orleans, hands down, and it's a CL approved for sure.
Definitely CL approved. When something is CL approved, that's almost like USDA approval. I'm telling you, it's huge approval. Shouts out to the folks hanging out with us here at Uptown Sports Social right now. But right now the score is 8-8. Yeah. C.J. McCollum has 4 points. He went to the line at first. Williams, he is lighting it up, CL.
We have to match the intensity. We have to match the same physicality that they're bringing to us. Because if I'm not mistaken, we're the home team. We're trying to defend our honor. We're trying not to get swept. We're trying to get the ladies in the bars and at the ticket booth another game.
Now that was a rebound by Murphy he got, but the play before that, I thought Valanciunas should have positioned himself to make the play. They toss it into Valanciunas. He does the alley-oop. He misses it, CL.
And see, that's the thing. We have to work inside out. I love them going down to Valanciunas, but when the double came, he should have knew where to click, where the open man was.
They had Herb on SGA right there. OKC has the ball. Yeah. And it looks like they're going to call a foul on the Pelicans already. He's selling the foul. Is that Giddey again?
That is Giddey.
Driving to the goal, and it appears, CL, that
no, I'm sorry, that's Holmgren. That's Holmgren.
That's Holmgren. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Holmgren. Yeah, that's a foul. Mm-hmm. And if they wouldn't have called it, they was going to sell it.
And that's fine, because when is the last time have you seen a New Orleans Pelican give a hard foul? We need to match their intensity and their physicality and bring it to them. You know, the Pelicans not being the greatest home team, the least you can do is defend your backyard.
Holmgren is at the line. He sinks the first free throw in, makes it now 9-8. The Pelicans are down by 1 with 8 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Y'all be sure to check this out. It's on NBA TV or check with your local listings. I don't know if y'all got DirecTV, Cox, whatever. And he sings 2 of them. Now the score is now 10-8. You have C.J. McCollum handling the point. He kicks it out to Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram attempts to – he drives to the goal.
Look, see?
And he gets fouled. They're not going to call it?
And they're not going to call it because they're going they're going to put the onus on the refs. OKC has decided to be as physical as they can. And think about it. Williams has never been in foul trouble this whole series because this is the playoffs. They're swallowing their whistles, and we're going to have to do the same thing.
Yes, indeed. CL makes a good point, man. Look, this team is playing physical. They're young, and they're doing what they have to do. I don't think it was a good combination, but they called the foul the opposite way. Now we're down 13-8. I mean, we know the politics behind this, but this is a tight game for the Pelicans. Herb Jones has the ball. He passes it to B.I. 8 minutes and 21 seconds left. B.I. takes the 20-foot shot, and he sinks it. Now makes it 13-10.
And I believe that's the key, to get a high screen and get away from Williams' physicality so he can get his shot off and get to his hot spots.
Williams has the ball for OKC. He kicks it out to Holmgren. Holmgren tries to sink the three. Eunice is able to get the rebound, kicks it out to B.I. B.I. drives, kicks it back out. Eunice shot the three, and he missed. I didn't like that, CL.
Yeah. Well, and this is the thing. You have to let him take that three to keep the floor spread, because every time we come down and try to get B.I. to get to his spot, we see the double teaming coming immediately.
And there's B.I. It looks like they called a timeout, was it? Or was that a foul on B.I.? Did he kind of bump him with the hip, CL?
Well, it looks like to me, you know, you can murder a Pelican player and not get a foul call, but you touch an OKC player and the whistle comes fast.
I got my homegirls in the building, Ray's in the building, we got Lang in the building. They're taking orders right now. Y'all can get y'all dollar wings. We have right at about 15 minutes left here on air at Uptown Sports Social. Now, y'all can still come through and roll after 8. The game's going to be on. I'm going to eat my wings. I put my order in already.
Right.
So I didn't pay my little $6 for my 6 wings already. Y'all do the same thing.
Lang.
Look, see, I'm about to put that order in. Once again, another rebound by the Pels. Herb has the ball. We're right at about 7 minutes and 8 seconds. Nice kick out to McCollum. McCollum misses the 3. We have to do a better job at getting rebounds.
Not only getting better rebounds, but we also have to do better in ball movement. It makes no sense for us to come down and only one player touches the ball. You know, we have the floor spread. Now we need to rotate the ball.
And the Pelicans allow Williams to drive the ball down, just drives up an easy layup. I really hope we play a little more aggressive. McCollum has the ball. He drives to the lane. He kicks it out to Valanciunas. Valanciunas with the layup, big time, big
Physical.
Ball.
And that's what we need, physical. Did you see him put that elbow in that boy throat?
Yeah.
And did they call something?
Nope.
We have to match the physicality. And just for the fans in the car, the Pelicans have decided to go with the black and green jerseys.
That's the one I got.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
Yeah, well, you got all of them.
Well, you know. Shouts out to the sponsors. You know,
nice rebound by the Pels. McCollum kicks it out to B.I. We have a guy under for a rebound, but we don't get the rebound.
Same thing.
We got to drive it, right, CL?
Too many three-pointers. I get it. We live by the 3, we die by the 3. But when the 3 not going, baby, we gotta take other shots.
Good hustle play by the Pels, but unfortunately it didn't work in our favor. Giddey has the ball. He takes the 20-foot shot. He missed it good. Jonas is bringing the ball down. He kicks it out to B.I. B.I. has it now. I think OKC is doing a decent job at defensive play on the perimeter. Drive, Herb. Herb has the ball. Control. He draws the foul.
Okay. And that's the game. In and out. They're jumping on B.I. with the double team. We have to kick to the open man. And if the 3 is not there, we have to drive into the goal, because if we don't put the onus on the refs, then they will.
Well, they're going to take a break. We're going to take one with them. It's the first quarter, 5 minutes remaining. It's 15-12. The Pels are down at home. We're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. Before we take a break, see what you got, baby.
And just remember, Pelicans fans, first quarter of last game, we only scored 19 points.
Keep that in mind. We'll be right back here at Uptown Sports Social, baby. It's ESPN New Orleans. DJ Tune, what's going on, brother? What you got there?
You eat the ball, all you basic all racist. Big fade, man, I made it in them.
Hello, somebody. It's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Do you need a quick car wash? Well, if that's a yes, you need to visit Crown Car Wash, 1336 Stumpf Boulevard, Gretna, Louisiana, on the West Bank, baby. Crown's the best. You get a spotless wash, nice clean tires, reasonable pricing, and free vacuuming. My favorite part about Crown Car Wash, they open 24/7. That's right, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can visit Crown Car Wash on the West Bank, baby, and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast with Marlon Big Favorite. Watch out there now. Well, hello, it's Marlon Big Favorite with Inside the Trenches podcast. Are you looking for a brand new car? Or you're tired of what you're driving around in? Or you just need wheels? Well, if that's the case, you need to visit Montero Motors, 1512 North Causeway, Metairie, Louisiana. At Montero Motors, our buddy Alberto will get you in a vehicle that fits you that day with no problem. They have vehicles that are pre-owned. You could do a trade-in that day and ride off in something that day. Visit MonteroMotors.com for more information and let them know you heard about them on Inside the Trenches podcast. Hello. Hello, somebody. It's your boy Marlon Big Favorite. And when I'm hungry, I like to make my way to Small Sliders, 1635 Barataria Boulevard, Marrero, Louisiana. Simple on purpose. When I tell you their burgers are delicious, have some great sauce on them, I'm telling you, when you're just hungry and just need to grab a quick bite, this is the perfect place for you. Small Sliders. The customer service is nice. It's somewhere you can bring the family, hang out and chill, enjoy the atmosphere. Now I'm a big boy, so when I like to take my Small Sliders, I like to get the biggest smalls. Double patties, bacon, cheese, you name it. Just a delicious burger. And I like to top it off with my favorite, the cookies and cream milkshake. There are 3 delicious flavors: milkshake, chocolate, vanilla, and cookies and cream. Small Sliders. Simple on purpose. Y'all come on and slide through, baby. And let them know that you heard about them on Inside the Trenches with your boy Marlon.
Somebody, it's Joel with Godwyn Realty, and you're now tuned in to Inside the Trenches on ESPN New Orleans.
Okay, and we back, yeah. It's DJ Tune, yeah. The show is about to be over. That time fly when you're having yourself a good time. And that we're doing here, I'm out of breath because I had to sprint from the restroom just now. It shows Inside the Trenches, Marlon Big Favorite. My boy CLCL saw me sprinting. I can run that 4.9.
You sure you weren't coming back from that wing order?
Well, you know what? That was part of it. I had to put the wing order in before 8, and then I had to go use the restroom before we got on there.
You trying to rush my wing order. That's why my wing order seemed complicated.
But your wing order was already in. All she was trying to tell you was your wings was already in, but she was like, and CL does the same thing at Small Sliders. He put his order in, hey, let me get these 2 in the box for now, and then I want 2 for later. Oh, so you want a number 4? Yeah, give me a number 4.
Well, you know I'm old school. Ain't that now laters?
Now for later for now. And shouts out to Small Sliders for sponsoring this segment. Y'all be sure to check us out. This is our first live remote on Mondays. Every Monday, y'all can come here 6 to 8. We're going to have all kind of artists come through here and perform. We've already started that process. DJ Tune in here just cutting up. And the same story at Small Sliders, 11:30 to 1:30 p.m. this Friday. Y'all check us out. 1635 Barataria Boulevard in Marrero. The score is now 18-14. We're back here to 4 minutes, little over 4 minutes left. As we mentioned earlier, OKC leads the conference. Ready for football season badly. They released the series 3-0. Pels got the ball. Nice kick out to, was that Marshall with the 3?
And that's what they've been doing. Shouts out to OKC because they figured out how to double team us and make our non-jump shooters shoot the ball. But fortunately,
Marshall could shoot a 3.
Marshall hits the 3.
Definitely. See, you must have didn't have the CL juice tonight. You must have had the Gorilla.
Well, you know, we're on the brinks of elimination, so I think we just got to go with what we used to, what's natural.
No doubt. The Pels seem like they have a better game plan tonight. I mean, obviously you got to because if you don't, you're out. What do you